You've been injured in a car wreck, and that insurance company has called you, and they're acting like all your medical bills, all your lost wages, all the pain, the lost time you've had is worth nothing more than a quick check and a lowball offer. Now, oftentimes that happens, and people don't know what to do in order to get the maximum compensation that they deserve. I'm Shane McGuire. I'm a personal injury lawyer here in Texas, and I've spent years getting clients maximum compensation, double, triple, just exponential beyond what their initial offers were. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 secrets to boost your settlement offer to get you the compensation that you deserve. Number 1, don't trust the insurance adjuster's first offer. This may sound axiomatic, but a lot of times people just take the first offer. It may seem crazy to you, but people do it. At this point in society, we don't go negotiate much anymore. Even at the car dealerships I've seen lately, they're just doing the sticker price is the price, and they don't do negotiations. So we've kind of, as individuals, lost the art of day-to-day negotiation. Just think about your daily life. You go to the grocery store, you pay the price. You go to the doctor's office, half the time you don't even know what's being charged. You pay a $50 copay or whatever, just do the thing. You go get gas, you fill it up, use your credit card. There's very little negotiating that takes place anymore in life. But in the personal injury business, it is all negotiation. And the insurance company knows it's negotiable, and the injured person doesn't. So the first thing you can do to maximize the value of your settlement is just don't accept the first offer. The power of no. Let me tell you something. No is the most powerful word in any negotiation, because what that insurance company wants from you is a signed release. What you want is the compensation you deserve, and you need to not sign that release until they get to a number that compensates you for all you've gone through after that wreck. 2, get treatment early and stick with it. About the worst thing you can do after a wreck, other than take the first lowball settlement offer, is just not get treated. I have clients who come to me and they say, Shane, I was in a wreck last month. Man, I didn't feel like going to the doctor, and now I'm hurt and I'm still feeling pain. Hey, that's a big burden to overcome, because that insurance company acts like if you had been hurting, you would have been treating, not appreciating the fact that everybody's busy. If you've got kids and you've got to cart them around to 14 different places on the weekend, and you're in some back pain or neck pain, you're going to try to muscle through and live your life and go to work and earn a living and do the things that you need to do to make your ends meet. And you'd rather not have to go get treatment. You want to try to live your life. And it's only after a month or so of enduring the pain and you just can't shake it that you go to the doctor, or you come to me and say, Shane, what do I do? Those insurance companies immediately look on that with suspicion and say, you must not have been hurting. If you were hurting, you would have gone to the doctor. I've seen it so many times, and we can overcome that. But it is a lot easier, and you will boost the amount you get in your settlement if you go to the doctor early after a wreck and you maintain consistent treatment until you're well, until you're fully recovered from your injuries. 3rd secret, document everything. And by the word everything, I mean everything. I met with a client yesterday. I was so touched by this because people don't do it anymore. Her injury, I'm not going to go into what it is. It's kind of a complicated case. And she told me, hey, I journal every day. And I actually journaled what was going on here and how it changed that night and documented this happened. It was so helpful because contemporaneous notes can help me as your lawyer put the puzzle pieces together and share that with the insurance company, and then prepare you for your deposition if we have to file a lawsuit, or help me talk to an expert who's reviewing your medical records and putting together a life care plan for you. Documentation like that is extremely helpful. But I don't need you to journal. I don't need you to have some private blog where you document everything just in a Word document. No, what I typically mean by document everything, you got to go get treated. We've got to have a medical doctor document how you're doing, that your injuries are related to the wreck, what pain level you're in, and what additional treatment you need. We also need to document. This is very important. A lot of people don't think about this. We have got to document your lost wages. How do we do that? We get your pay stub to show you're working fewer hours. We get tax returns. I've had clients who cut hair for a living. I've had clients who paint houses for a living. Stuff like that, where it's a service business and you're just paid cash or check by your clients. You got to document kind of how much you were making before, how much you're making after. Get something from customers that you have. So I would have hired this person for this job, but because of the injury, I didn't. And then we can do the math, get the yellow pad out, the calculator, and show what you would have made but for the wreck. We have to document everything, because if you don't document it, they're not going to do a settlement based on what the kids call the feels. Okay. They're not going to do that. You can't vibe your way into a good settlement. You have to document everything. Fourth secret to maximizing your claim is knowing all the damages that you can get compensated for. There's your medical bills in the past that you've incurred as a result of the wreck. They also owe you for every medical bill you're going to incur as a result of the wreck in the future. Don't sleep on that. People get a lowball settlement offer 6 weeks after a wreck and they're still hurting. Hey, you can't go back. You can't go back to that well once you have to go back to the chiropractor or pain management doctor or whatever, because you've already settled. Once you sign the dotted line, it's over. You've gotten your check and they got what they wanted. They got a release of all claims and your risk is done as far as they're concerned. Make sure you know that you can sue or make a claim for not only physical pain in addition to all the bills, but also physical impairment. That's something people don't think about. Now, what's the difference? The difference between pain and impairment is this. Pain is the pain you feel in your body. I hurt. Okay. Everybody's had this from time to time. After a car wreck, it can be excruciating pain. But you're also entitled to compensation for physical impairment, which is the idea that there are things you could do before the wreck that you can't do after the wreck. Or there's things you could do before the wreck that you just can't do as well after the wreck. Now, there's extreme circumstances. I have a case right now where my client is an amputee. He was an amputee prior to his injury, a double amputee at the knee. His injury was a fall, and the fall caused him to have to get shoulder surgery on both shoulders bilaterally. Didn't even have an electric wheelchair. Okay. Now, he was in pain. Yeah, he was in pain with his shoulders. But just imagine, now here's a person who already wasn't that mobile. He was using a wheelchair, and now you took away his ability to use the wheelchair. So you had to get help, pay somebody to take him places. Okay. That's an extreme example of physical impairment. Obviously, people suffer from paralysis or quadriplegia or some big extreme like that. And those are astronomical, off the charts value of those claims. But even if you're not that, even if you're hurt, you had a back surgery, you have to get injections in your back, and now you can't do something as simple as pick up your grandkids. You can't go, you coach your kid's baseball team and you've torn your rotator cuff and you can't play ball with them. Or typically around the house, what do? You mow your yard. You are doing the yard work. You're doing housework. You're cooking, cleaning, all that stuff. And all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation where you can't do that anymore. Well, you know what? The insurance company is supposed to pay you for that. I know it's hard to put a dollar amount on that, but believe me, a trained personal injury lawyer who has years of experience negotiating these claims, we know how to talk to insurance companies to maximize the value of the claim and increase the amount and boost the amount they're going to put in your pocket due to the damages you've incurred. The fifth secret, maybe the most important secret to boosting the value of your claim, is this: hire a lawyer. It's not going to cost you anything up front. You're not going to write a check. But I've said this story before on YouTube, but it's so salient. Last year, 2 young ladies come into my office. The insurance company had offered each of them $2,500. And hey, they're 20, 21 years old. They could have used $2,500 a piece. They hire me. 6 months later, one of their cases was settled for $50,000. The other one, she wasn't hurt as bad, settled it for $35,000. Okay. Now you're talking 10, 20x past what they initially offered these people. Why? Just the presence of a lawyer who knows how to document properly, who knows how to get clients the treatment they deserve, who knows how to claim all the damages that you can claim, who knows how to argue, negotiate, and boost the value of a claim to an insurance company. Just hiring the right person can mean the difference of $2,500 versus $50,000. And I'm telling you, it's not a unique example. It happens all the time. So there you have it. 5 secrets to increasing the value of your claim with an insurance company. Don't trust the insurance adjuster's first offer. Get treatment early and stick with it. Document everything, and I mean everything. Know all the damages you can claim. And don't go it alone. Hire a personal injury lawyer shortly after the wreck. Now, are you ready to take the next step in maximizing the value of your claim after a car wreck? Then you need to watch our next video. The 3 biggest lies car insurance companies tell people after a car wreck in Texas. I'll break down exactly what not to fall for so you can fight back and win. Don't miss out. Your financial future could depend on it. I'll see you there.